Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. You are joining us in video number 4 in a 4-part series. Today we're going to make this Hello Foxy card. This is a Stampin' Stack. It's a Wonder Recipe number 14 Stampin' Stack. Our Stampin' Stack makes 2 of Hello Foxy. If you missed the series, in video number 1 we made Hey There. And then in video number 2 we made Oh Happy Day. You'll notice that we colored the little rabbits according to the rabbits in the designer series paper. So in each of these 2 videos I'll show you how to color each of the rabbits. And then in video number 3 we made There's No One Quite Like You with the turtle. Now let's get started with this. There is while supplies last, limited quantity of the Rain or Shine Stampin' Stack class packets. You can go to KitchenTableStamper.com/shop and then filter on the right hand side for class packets to see if there's any of these available. The packet includes pebbles, enamel shapes, an entire pack, soft seafoam sheer seam binding. We got a quarter of a package of Rain or Shine designer series paper. That's 2 sheets of each of the patterns. You're going to have plenty of this paper left to play, some pebbles, some ribbon. Your card kits include the cardstock bases, and they're scored for you. We do the class packets in your mailing envelopes, so envelopes are included. The die cutting is done for you, at least the basic shapes are. So you'll find those in each kit. There's 7 cards total with envelopes. We include the white cardstock for you for all your stamping, and also all the color cardstock for your die cutting. All right, so that's kind of what a kitchen table stamper class packet looks like, just in case you've never gotten one. It's a really great head start. Now, this is a Wonder Recipe number 14 Stampin' Stack. So if you missed video number 1, you're going to want to go back and start at the beginning of the series, or at least take a look there, because we've got the Wonder Recipe and we cut our designer series paper. We did 3 full sheets and then a couple of extra pieces to make our 7 cards. And for this last design, we're going to take the remaining pieces from the grid, and each card will get 1 of each piece. So we'll deal those out. Now our grid is empty. We also did our backgrounds in video number 1. So we embossed with the raindrops and then swiped some white ink on those to give the some emphasis to the texture. So our card bases are already embossed. Let's go ahead and adhere the designer series paper to the front of the cards. We're going to do 2 cards at once here. Our designer series paper will start with the 3x4 block, and we're going to put that right on center. I like to use liquid glue or a strong dry adhesive, some tear and tape, some Fuse or Seal Plus is really good choice too. The liquid glue allows the designer series paper to really get a grip even on this bumpy surface. Now for the stripes or the strips of paper, watch you've got paper with an orientation that matters. Make sure your drips are falling down, and they're going to go to the left a little bit, about center, and then same with your Flirty Flamingo. It's going to go on an angle to the right a little bit. Now we got some splash of color there. In your class packet is the Balmy Blue scallop circle and basic white circle. Now we cut these for you. If you're cutting your own packet, Balmy Blue scallop is the largest one from the layering circles, about 3 1/16 if you're substituting. And the white is 2 5/8. It's the second largest from the layering circles. All right, let's go ahead and adhere these 2 together, and then we can go ahead and glue them onto the card. Now when you do a Stamp-A-Stack with me, I always encourage that you do all your embossing, all your inking, cut your designer series paper, glue all your designer series paper, do all of your stamping, do all of your coloring, and work batch work. It's how you're going to most productively move through the Stamp-A-Stack. Look at that. I want my designer series paper to slide. That's why I use liquid glue, because it takes just a second to really get permanent, and I can slide it a little bit. Sometimes not without a little damage, but I can usually finesse a little. All right, that should do. And now that balmy blue circle. All right, not bad. All right, let's get some ink pads and some basic white cardstock. We'll do our stamping. I've got basic gray, Memento Tuxedo black, and some of the white cardstock from the kit. Let's stamp our puddle and clouds. We'll do those in basic gray. Foxy. And let's go back to the packet one more time. And we've got a tiny little tag, and we die cut this one ahead. It is from the mini pocket envelope dies, and we cut from balmy blue. We're gonna stamp hello on that one. So Playing in the Rain has got some cute rainy greetings. Oh, happy day. Rainy days are better with you. But I wanted a little bit more general greetings, especially for such a stack of cards. So I'm just taking a little hello, a scripty hello. I got it from Hello Ladybug. But you can find a little greeting and add it to the tag. I'm using basic gray on the balmy blue. Awesome. All right, let's color our fox. All right, for my fox, I've got Flirty Flamingo, Cajun Craze, got Pale Papaya, Light Pumpkin Pie, and Light So Saffron. Now, the first thing I want to do is just approach this fox, and we are going to own it. We are going to draw the line between the dark fur and the light fur on the face. And again, we're getting our inspiration from the designer series paper and just taking a hint from the artist. So we're gonna go from just past the nose, we're gonna angle down and then back, and then sweep around the cheekbone, and then forward and back. Now, none of these fox that you do are gonna look exactly the same. And the key to doing it is to just own it. Let it turn out how it turns out. It's going to be great. Just don't overthink it. So you've got the little shape of the face. Did that with the light Cajun Craze. Now you're gonna go underneath the hat and these little kind of whiskers, back of the head with the dark Cajun Craze here. And then very lightly along that same line, just trace it out and clean it out, and then bring it together with the light one. And each fox will look a little bit different. They'll all have their own unique personality along the face. We'll do the ears. And where the artist has drawn in a little fur, we're gonna add some dark Cajun Craze. For the tail, we're gonna do the whole tail with light Cajun Craze. I like this one where they drew in the line for me, I'm not gonna lie. I sometimes have to just psych myself up to own it because it looks really good if you can get past the fact that you got to draw the line in for yourself. But on the tail, the artist did that for you. So we're just gonna go up to the line there with the Cajun Craze, and then from the base of the tail here, we're gonna use the dark Cajun Craze, and we're just gonna kind of flick. So it's gonna look a little furry, and that is okay. And then flick with the lighter one, bring them together a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and color legs and feet. Little shadow. Bring it together. I'm going to use dark on the little paws. Now we're going to switch over to the umbrella, and we've got Flirty Flamingo for that. That gives our Cajun Craze areas a little bit of time to dry before we finish up the slicker and the hat and the face. All right, we're completely filled with the light. Then we're going to do the edges with the dark. Kind of come down along the bottom, follow the lines, across the top. More lines from the artist down this edge, and then bring the light and the dark together. Now for the coat and the rain slicker, we're going to do kind of that reverse blending here. We're going to start with the darkest, which is the light pumpkin pie, and we're going to go over that and move from pumpkin pie into dark pale papaya. When we get to about the front of the fox, then we'll start with the light pale papaya, and you can use the light pale papaya to just soften the blend all the way along. And then back to the hat. Let's finish that. Same way, dark to about the front of the fox, and then light. And you can bring the whole thing together with the light then, just with a little flick. All right, for our foxy face, we'll bring light, so saffron. Same with the tail. And our puddle is the same as always. Balmy blue. We'll do, let's turn it that way, light to fill, and then a little dark shadow along the top, and then just touch the two together. And time to do some die cutting. I'm going to, again, just cut these apart so that I can get them all on the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, nice and easy. And we need a couple of little bits here. Got the grass dies again. We're gonna do one of each. Let's get some pear pizzazz from our kit. All right, we're bringing in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and let's load it up. Some pear pizzazz from the kit, and then each of these images. All right, I think that's everything. Let's give it a crank. All right, let's gather our bits together here. I'm just using the two bigger clouds. The little one you can use for something else. All right, by now you've seen me do this a couple of times. Let's form our flower. I'm gonna get my Stampin' Pierce mat and the last little flower in my bag. You'll need two, one for each copy, but you know I've been doing it by the magic of television. And we're going to punch the flower, little flower. If you want to do the same one I did, if you're cutting your own kit, we're using the Regency Park flowers. And let's grab a little bit, just a tiny touch of dimensional. I got a little quarter of a mini. It works perfect for the center of this flower. Pop that up. There's our flower. So cute. And then in your kit, you have a bit of twine. Let's thread the tags and tie them up. So I'm going to just do a little thread knot here. I'm going to trim this. My end is too hairy. All right. Slide it through and we'll tie a little thread knot. You just want a little bit of a space here from the tag to the knots, and then a little bit of tail to our card base here. We're going to glue our puddle and give our little fox a ground. And then let's add our clouds, kind of building a scene here. Got a little bit of dimensional for the back of my tag. And let's put the flower on the mini glue dot. Gonna add some glue on the back of my grass. And put those together. And add some grass. We're going to take some of that seam binding ribbon here and tie up a bow for each card. They're really not very big bows. Trim the tail, trim away from the card. Pop those on a glue dot too. Now a little tag, let's pop that where it belongs. I don't quite want the blue tag to touch the blue scallop, so that it pops on its own merit. We're going to go ahead and put it off the edge a little bit. Then next, I'm going to put the bow, and that's going to secure the thread, the linen thread. And right up against the bow, we'll add the flower. Look at that fun little pop of colors. Okay, slide that aside. Let's get our little fox. All right, got our little fox with dimensionals here. And let's pop that on. So cute. Best part of the card right there. Or maybe it's our pebbles enamel shapes. Let's go ahead and add some of those. I might have used quite a few on this card. All right, get one up by the flower. You're gonna have enough of these pebbles to do the cards twice and have some left over still. So it's a really nice pack of embellishments, fun for all your nature scene things. That's what I have left after doing the card class twice with this pack. So lots of embellishments in this kit. All right, there's your cards and our originals and our second copy. If you guys have any questions about the projects, email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. And to shop Stampin' Up! 24/7, you can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. I hope that you enjoyed the Rain or Shine Stamp-A-Stack. There's still class packets available. You'll find them at kitchentablestamper.com/shop. And just filter for class packets. That's it. That's our Stamp-A-Stack of Wonder Recipe 14 cards. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you in the next Stamp-A-Stack.